Hey friends, welcome to your weekend workout. Let's get started with our warm-up marching in place, hand to opposite leg. We got our 3-2-1 going on today. So our cardio moves are going to be a half jack, a run, and a twisting pogo. So we're doing a 20-20-20 for the first move. And then we have a squat step in, uppercut, tap out to a hands up jack, and a plank to child's pose. You don't need anything for this workout. You do not need any equipment at all. Everything's gonna be body weight. Okay, let's do arm circles forward. We're just gonna jump into it. I feel like you all can catch on pretty easy. I'll let you know whatever modifications I think you all might need. Let's go back. Open and close. 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna start with that 20-20-20. We're gonna start with the half jack. So arms are coming up halfway as we jack out. We're gonna do this for 20 seconds. A few more seconds here. And we're gonna start running in place. And then we're gonna go into a twisting pogo. If you are unable to twist, you're gonna tap out. As always, if you can outrun, you can march. And with the jack, 3, 2, 1. With the jack, you can tap out. And we're gonna do a squat step in. So we're gonna take our feet a little bit wider. We're gonna come down to a squatting motion. Then we're gonna tap in with one foot and then the other. We're gonna switch back and forth. You do not have to get super deep down into the squat. It's not about the squat, it's about the movement. Over halfway done. Three, 2, 1. Nice job. Then we're gonna do an uppercut tap out to a hands up jack. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. As always, if you cannot jack, you're gonna tap out. Okay, so tap, tap, jack, jack, tap, tap, jack. Three, 2, 1. And we're gonna go into a plank to a child's pose. So you can go on your toes or on your knees. And we're gonna hold that high plank. Then we're gonna push back into the child's pose. I do not care the amount of time you spend in each position, as long as they are even. So if you want a quicker transition from one to the other, you can. Or if you want to hold it for a while, you can. Just make sure you're doing both about the same amount of time. 2, 1. All right. 1 down, 2 to go. All right. Deep breaths, move around a little bit, get in some extra steps. We are going to go back into that 20-20-20, and we are going to start with half jacks. Take a deep breath in, out, and let's go. As always, can tap out if you need to. And we're going to go into running, or you can march if you're unable to run at this point. Two, 1, and let's go into a twisting pogo. Two, 1, squat step in. Over halfway done. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1. Uppercut tap out to a hands up jack. 2 times. Three, 2, 1. Plank to child's pose. Pull that core in, especially when you are up in that planking position. Almost there. Two, 1. Nice job. All right. One more time. All right, friends, we're gonna do that 20-20-20 one more time, starting with the half jacks. Let's do it. A few more seconds. 2, 1. Let's go into running. Three, 2, 1. Twisting pogo. I don't know about you all, but I love the 20-20-20s. I like keeping the heart rate high, but kind of having that constant switch so you're not doing the whole thing for a minute. 2, 1. Our brain gets kind of bored, I'm gonna be honest with you. Squat stepping. Over halfway done. $15 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Uppercut tap out to hands up jack. Pose. Two, 1. Nice work. All right, friends, go ahead and come up to standing. Now we are going to go into our active recovery moves. We will be standing for the first 3, and then we will come down for the 4th one. I can tell you what they are, but it won't make a whole lot of sense anyway, so we'll just move right into it. You all just jump in after I kind of explain what we're doing. And we are going to start with a standing cat-cow. So for this move, we're gonna put our hands on our legs and we are going to go into a cat-cow, which means we are going to roll our back up and then we are going to let it fall, kind of let our belly fall. Then we're gonna push back up, switching back and forth between the two. Three, two, one. Nice job. Now we are going to do an alternating reach over. So we're just going to reach one way and then other side. We're gonna switch back and forth. Keep those feet planted, stretch that core, and then use it to pull yourself back up. Over halfway done. Two, one, and we're gonna go into an elephant walk. So for this move, we're going to let our arms hang, and then from here, we are going to pick up a heel, and then the other side, we're going to kind of push back. So much harder than it looks like. Push that heel all the way down, push that hip back. Halfway done. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna come down. We're gonna go into another child's pose. So we're gonna sit all the way back, stretching those arms out in front of us. And then we're gonna shift forward, lower those hips, and come into a cobra. Three, two, one. Nice work. Go ahead and come up. Gonna move around a little bit, get in some steps. We're gonna have that active recovery one more time, then we'll do some deeper stretching and we'll be done for the day. Oh. I am recording this a little bit earlier than I normally do, so muscles are definitely feeling it. This is kind of nice for me to do earlier. you're going to go into that standing cat-cow. So dip and then press up and around. Although I am going to be sitting in a car for 8 hours on Friday and then 8 hours on Sunday, so not overly excited about that. I'd rather be moving my body more, but it is what it is. We are headed to Wisconsin for a national cross-country meet for my son, which is very exciting, other than the whole, being in the car for 8 hours thing. 3, 2, 1, nice job. We're gonna do those reach overs. I will say that up to 8 hours, I'm usually good. So it could be worse. It could be over 8 hours. 8 hours is kind of my cutoff where, my back starts hurting and I am just genuinely not happy about being in a car. The last time we were in a car for that long is when we drove down to New Orleans and then over to Gulf Shores, and then we drove all the way back up and went to the lake. And that was longer than 8 hours for sure. But I found when we stopped while on those long drives, if I could just go for like a 10-minute walk, felt so much better. So 3, 2, 1, what we would often do, we're gonna do that elephant walk, let those arms hang. I'm gonna push the hip back, and other side. We would go through a drive-through or stop at a restaurant, right? And then we would try to find a park or a trail nearby. And we would walk for a little bit. And that really did help with the tightness and the back tightening up, especially the lower back. I already have I guess tight lower back, I'm not sure. But that really helped. At least 10 minutes, just getting out and walking. It was worth it to, add 30, 40 minutes to our trip to take a little time to walk. 3, 2, 1, and child's pose to cobra. Some deeper stretching. We will be down on the ground for all of the moves. So if you want to stay down here, you can. You can also get up and walk a little bit. I'm going to go over this first move because it's not complicated, but it does take a minute to set up. So we are in a 90-90 position, which means both legs are bent the same way. And what we are going to do is we are going to twist and we are going to stretch this direction, and then halfway through we will flip our legs and we will do the same stretch the other direction. If you feel a good stretch up here, you can hold it here, forearms, or all the way down and reach. Wherever you feel a good stretch is fine. All right? Okay, let's go into it. Three, two, one. Come on up. We're gonna switch our legs. We're gonna twist the other direction and come all the way down. If you can. If you can't, do one of the other variations. Three, two, one. We're gonna go into a seated figure four. So we do figure fours often. We're gonna do it seated, and we're gonna use our hands to kind of push us up and get a little bit deeper stretch in that hip, in that glute. We're not jerking real hard, it's just a steady pressure. Deep breaths. Three, two, one. We're gonna switch legs. And if you need to use your arms, get your legs in place, that's fine. Three, two, one. We're gonna come down on our back and we're gonna pull those knees all the way to our chest and we're gonna hold it right here. Take some deep breaths. Push those shoulders back into the floor. Three, two, one. Come up into the seated position in a crisscross applesauce. And we're going to take our arms and put them up and put our hands behind our head. We're going to open that chest up. This is the whole movement right here. Guess it's not even a movement. This is the whole stretch right here. If you need to come out of it for a few seconds, you can, but go right back into it. Almost there. Deep breaths. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Nice work, friends. That is it for the day. Hope you're feeling nice and stretched out, ready for another week. This is the last week of this phase. Okay, so finish strong, do your best, and I will see you all this week.